they are easy to spot. Drivers using their phones while they're behind the wheel, despite the state's hands-free law that went into effect 3 years ago. 5 Investigates Mike Bodette tonight is examining how the law is enforced and discovering some police departments taking it more seriously than others. Take a look.
Right about here, I see a car coming in the opposite lane.
Bob Lane says he tried to dodge the car coming right at him in Taunton last year.
Half of his car was in this lane.
But there was no avoiding the impact.
Hit my mirror. He proceeded to take off.
So Lane started following the driver of the other car.
He finally pulled over, see me beeping the horn, waving at him, flashing lights. He stopped, jumped out of his car, started screaming, "I'm sorry, I was texting, I'm sorry, I'll pay for it."
Lane called Taunton police, who showed up at the scene and spoke with both drivers.
He admitted it to you.
Admitted it to me, admitted it to the police department.
According to the police report, the driver of the other car told the officer, "I was texting and not paying attention, so I swerved and hit vehicle 2, mirror to mirror." The officer wrote in his report, "Vehicle 1 is at fault. Vehicle 1 was distracted driving." But the driver wasn't cited for breaking the state's hands-free law, which prohibits people from even holding their phones behind the wheel.
I went home thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, this guy just caused an accident, which could have been a major accident if I wasn't paying attention.
We analyzed more than 100,000 hands-free law citations from all over the state, the vast majority of which were written warnings. We compared the number of tickets written to each community's population, which gave us a city and town enforcement rate. We discovered that Taunton rarely cites drivers, and they're not alone. Taunton issued citations at a rate of 47 for every 10,000 residents of the city, far below the highest, West Bridgewater, which had a rate of more than 2,000 for every 10,000 residents, followed by East Brookfield, Spencer, Bolton, and Holden. Others enforced the law even less than Taunton, including Clinton, Malden, Canton, Franklin, and Marshfield.
The variation is surprising, that we have communities that aren't doing it at all, and then other communities are doing it on a quite more regular pattern.
We brought our analysis to Northeastern University criminology professor emeritus Jack McDevitt. He's studied the impact of race on traffic stops in Massachusetts and says the enforcement of the hands-free law raises more questions of biased policing.
Why do you pull this car versus that car? And unfortunately, we have a long history in Massachusetts and in every state in the country of disproportionately stopping people of color.
McDevitt says the state should be using the data to help police departments figure out a statewide strategy for enforcing the hands-free law.
It's a well-intentioned law, but I think it may be now time to recalibrate things and start a conversation about how it can be even more effective.
How big of an issue is it?
It is a big issue. So everybody's using their phone.
5 Investigates tagged along with police in West Bridgewater, where enforcing the hands-free law is a top priority. They've been all over this issue since Massachusetts first banned texting and driving in 2010.
Almost every other car, whether it be texting, talking on the phone, or on their GPS, as they tell us.
Still out of control. I don't know if we made a dent in it over the last 10 years, to tell you the truth.
West Bridgewater Police Chief Victor Flaherty says police everywhere should be more aggressive.
I don't think our traffic divisions are doing enough enforcement on it.
He says the solution is simple.
When they get burnt, they'll stop. And hopefully getting burnt is only the citation and not the fact that you killed somebody crossing the pedestrian walk.
Taunton police declined our request for an on-camera interview. They tell us that during traffic stops, officers aim to educate drivers on the rules of the road and opt to give verbal warnings before issuing written warnings or punitive citations. They also say they don't compare the department's traffic enforcement to other departments. But we did, and the results show a haphazard system of enforcement across the state. To see how your community enforces the law, go to our website, wcvb.com. Mike Bodette, 5 Investigate.